Hello, fellow peasants. So this is a quick video today. I'm just going to be talking about a fan theory that I ran across on GameRant.com. If you just look up Scream VII News, this will pop up in your Google search. It's on GameRant.com, and it's about a fan theory that people have. And I think that if it were to be executed right, it could be really cool. And I think that it would help make sense why they're bringing so many characters that are dead back. So basically, what this fan theory says is that the film could open up, or even maybe have a flashback to the moment that Roman, Billy, and Stu are plotting Maureen Prescott's death. And then you see Billy and Stu killing Maureen Prescott. Okay, so you would have the actual, you would actually see Maureen's murder scene. Okay, I think that would be really cool. I think that would be something we haven't seen before. It's something that when you watch the first Scream and the third Scream, you're always like, well, how did this go down? Because you find out that they killed her at the end of the first film. Then you find out at the end of the third film that Roman basically was pulling the strings. So it always leaves you thinking, like, well, how did this go down? What are the conversations that were had? And so I think if they did something like this, that it would be very interesting. I think it would be pretty cool. My only issue is, if you're going to do those scenes, don't just have the original actors, act out those scenes, because their bodies have aged 30 years since the original film, okay? It's kind of like when Harrison Ford had the deep fake on his face in the latest film. Yeah, it looked like Harrison Ford's face from 1985, but he still had old man body, okay? And Stu, Roman, and Billy don't have the bodies of late teens, early 20s anymore, okay? So it's not enough to just do some deep faking or something, or de-aging on the actual actors. But if you get younger actors and put their face and put the original actors' faces on those younger actors' bodies, I think you could have something here. You know what I mean? And maybe even do the voiceover work. You might have to go do some studio audio to get the voiceovers timed perfectly to where you could even use AI to like simulate how their voices sounded back in the day, because even their voices have aged 30 years. So I think with the technology we have now, I think you could really do that scene justice. And really, is it something we need to see? Do we need to see a flashback or something of Maureen Prescott's death? No. But I do think that it would be a cool way to, it would be cool to see. And I think that it makes sense. Like, it makes sense because they're bringing so many characters that have died back, that it's like, what else could this be? You know what I mean? At least this would like justify the return of all these characters they're bringing back. If they were going to do this flashback scene, okay? So maybe Officer Dewey is on the scene, and that's why David Arquette's coming back. Maybe I don't know. I just think that it's interesting. And if it's done right, I'm totally down. I mean, I'm down for the idea in general, but if they're able to execute it with the proper technology that they need to do it right, like you just don't want a 53-year-old body with the face of like a 19-year-old on it. And that's kind of how Billy looked in Scream V. It was just kind of like yeah, Billy's been eating too many cheeseburgers, and his face, like Billy did not look like Billy from 1996 Scream, in Scream 5. I think they did a bad job with that. I think they could have picked, like I said, a skinnier actor and threw his face on that actor or something with the technology we got now. But anyway, let me know in the comments below if that's something that you think would be cool to see. Do you think that this fan theory will be true? Do you think it will come to fruition? Or is this just another thing that people are throwing out there that's never going to happen? This happens all the time with these sequels. There were so many fan theories, and even I thought, I had a fan theory video about Halloween Ends, where I was like, oh, I know what's going to happen. I was for sure thinking that Halloween Ends was going to end with Michael's mask being a shamrock mask, you know what I mean? Or something like that. But I was dead wrong. There was nothing like that. Because I wanted them to somehow explain why Michael was still had some supernatural edge to him in kills and stuff like that. Like, how did he not die? How did he not die from all the wounds that he was given in Halloween Kills? I'm like, I bet he's possessed. I bet he's got the shamrock mask or something like that. Like, or I don't know. But anyway, let me know down in the comments below if you think this is something you'd want to see. If you think this is a fan theory that is interesting. I think it is, and I guess the movie comes out January, February of next year. So we only got about another 6-7 months until Scream VII drops. And it's directed by Kevin Williamson, which piques my interest because Kevin Williamson has been involved throughout the whole franchise. He was the writer of the first 2 films. I think he also wrote the 4th film, if I'm correct. But he's always been involved at some level. And yeah, I'll shut up now. Have a good one, guys. Peace out. Bye-bye.